Reach high, aim high, and obtain.
If you're like me, you want homemade vanilla that's flavorful, that's, you know, just delicious and as fresh as you can possibly get. So I usually use just my vanilla bean powder that I have here, and I keep it in my infinity jar, and the flavor is phenomenal. And the reason I keep it in my infinity jar here is so it preserves the flavors, the aromas, the health profile, because these are designed to just let the positive, healthy rays that maintains the product inside. When it's dry, this does not work for liquid, so I'm just telling you off the bat. But this will work because I have my vanilla bean and it is a powder, so we can do this. So what I'm going to be doing is the main approach when you're doing a vanilla extract is you're either using a quality alcohol, or I do have some recipes where you can use actually vegetable glycerin. I'm not so comfortable using vegetable glycerin because you have to make sure it's food grade, it is digestible, that you can take it internally, and there's very few of those. Although I have done that because I did find one. But this time I decided I was going to do vodka. Now the reason I'm choosing vodka is because it doesn't really have a flavor or an aroma, so it will truly allow the vanilla flavors and what we're looking for, which is the vanilla itself, to really be enhanced. So I found this product, went to my local, you have to go in North Carolina to an ABC store. So I found this vodka, and it needs to be at least 80 proof, which means it has to be at least 40% alcohol. I found out from the ABC store guy, and this one's actually 41, and it needs to be at least distilled 3 times. Well, here's the label from this bottle here that I haven't touched, and it's actually 7 times distilled. And this is actually an award-winning vodka distilled in Wilmington, North Carolina, is the result of refined processes, crisp, clean, smooth, 7 times distilled, and it's multiple award a winner, which I think is just awesome. And so I know I'm going to get a quality vodka result here. So I'm going to put this one to the side, and we're actually going to open this for the first time together. And the other reason I chose this bottle, and I know some people would be like, is it's a cork top. And the reason why is I found that most vodka bottles that I've seen just in general tend to have either a plastic top underneath or a metal top underneath. And you want to avoid that because, in my opinion, that means you're going to be changing the flavor from the flavor that comes with plastics or that comes with aluminum, and you're wanting that crisp, clean flavor that to me only comes with truly using a cork top. So what me and Mom discussed is we says, okay, we're going to attempt a half of a teaspoon, because most vanilla beans are actually quite, they don't contain much. So we've concluded if we do about half a teaspoon, which I have here, it should be more than sufficient to be the quantity that we're looking for as to if we used the true bean. And we're hopeful that this will actually drop to the bottom. And it is! Oh, I'm so relieved. Okay, so it's dropping to the bottom. I am so excited. We weren't sure. But because it had, the infinity jar has preserved, and I can feel actually a little bit of moisture in it, the moisture and the freshness of the bean, it hasn't impacted the quality of what we're looking to get, and that is so freaking exciting. Mom, we were right. It's dropping to the bottom.
That's very good.
Because that's what you got to get. You're needing to get the vanilla submerged. And so I'm going to put this back in there and get a good seal, and then we're going to give it a good shake. Now, because I'm not using a full vanilla bean, I'm using the insides of the vanilla bean powder, which is where,
not the pod.
Yeah, so it's where they take the pod and they grind the whole thing up until they literally get a powder. And so that makes this extremely fabulous. when this is what, a few $100s of a container here. I'm not going to say the exact amount because it was a lot, and also because prices change in this particular instance. But this is going to be fabulous. I can't help but be excited because this is our first attempt at this, and it's got a good seal on it. And so what I'm going to do, because it's not the pod, the full vanilla bean pod, it's just the beans and everything ground up real well. I'm going to actually shake this every day. I feel like I want to give it real help because I also see up here on the top that some of it's on that top part. Oh, there we go. So maybe we're good. Oh, look at it. It's all swirly.
I think you're good. If
Okay.
as long as it settles on the bottom,
Maybe we should be good.
You're
So
fine.
we are going to attempt this and see how this turns out. So yeah, we're going to have to give this some time. And then just in case I had to back up, I bought 2 bottles because I wasn't sure how this one would turn out. And I wanted to back up just in case. But we're thinking we might do maybe coconut extract. We haven't decided if we wanted a second vanilla bean going or if we want to do coconut yet. So we'll see which way we go with this. But I think part of the reason why this vanilla bean worked is I could still feel it was moist and it was as preserved as the day from the
Because
pack.
it was in the infinity jar.
Yeah. So that definitely made a difference for this particular experiment. So let's give it a shot and we'll give you results as it progresses. Vanilla extract, I'm taking it to the next level. So I have these little beautiful cute sleeves that I bought from Yemos, and this one says enjoy the journey, and I have this on the vanilla extract that I began with my little vanilla bean seeds here, and you can see how dark it's gotten, but it was created on 2/11/2024. It was the date that I put the vanilla beans in there, and you can see it's already gotten quite dark. And what I forgot to do, but I made sure I had my label, is I need to label this because I always like to label what I have so I know what it is. But because it's vanilla, I want to label the date that I actually began this so that I know how long it's been in there. So I'm thinking about here. What do you think? I'll put it right about there. Put it in the center as best I can. And then I'm going to put the word vanilla because we want to know what this is, right? That way if anybody comes looking for vanilla in the house, we know where to go. Okay, and then we'll put vanilla above it. There we go, vanilla 2/11/2024 in our high-end vodka here because it needed to be at least 80 proof. So we're gonna put that to the side. And then I have these covers, again, that I got from Yemos, but what it is, it's a wool cover because they say to do this, keep it in a dark place. I figured that was the perfect way to do it. I mean, how perfect is that? I love it. So now I've got my other sleeve here, and it says, dream as if you'll live forever. I figured, yeah, I want my vanilla to keep going. So I figured this will be good for the new one. So what I'm going to be doing with this new one, and let me take off the fabulous tag here. I love this. It's an award-winning vodka. So I know I'm getting quality because I'm looking for a quality vanilla extract. So what I did is I bought from this company. It's Cook's. I found them on Amazon. Did a bit of research on them because I wanted to use a really full-bodied, very high-flavored vanilla. So I got this particular one, and this is a Madagascar organic vanilla bean. And it's supposed to be non-GMO, sugar-free, because that's what you need if you're going to be doing an extract. So what we're going to do is we are going to first open up our vodka here. So I'm going to rip this off, sadly, because the label's not going to stay on there very well. So we're going to put that to the side, but we want this open so we can get to it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 20 of these suckers in there. And by 20, I mean 20 vanilla beans because I bought 2 packages because these came in packages of 10. And I knew I needed at least 10 for the quantity of vodka I have here. Ooh. Oh, wow. You smell that, Mom? I mean, you can smell
Very.
That actually smells. Oh wow, you can even see the juice
Really?
still on the bean. I don't know if they can see
Wow.
it, but you can still see it on the. Oh God, that smells awesome. So I'm just gonna plop these in there. Look at, you can see the liquid on the plastic when I unsealed it. That's how fresh these are. So they obviously did a really good job with the packaging here. But the reason I'm doing 20 is because I figured the more the merrier. And the faster and the stronger the ferment too.
Pardon me.
At least that's what's going through my mind in regards to why I'm doing the quantity I'm doing. Because I already have vanilla bean ground up. I don't need more vanilla bean ground up. But I do want a really quality vanilla extract that I can keep going. And from what I read in my research, this will do it. We just have to give it at least about a year, they say, for this to mature enough to be usable. Now, one thing that I did do, and I mentioned it previously, is I got a cork top. Here, let me show you. It's a cork top. Now, the reason I did that is I didn't want to have to worry about plastics or metals interacting with the vodka and the vanilla in case I wanted to shake it, and it could potentially impact the flavor. So that's why I did it. So it's a glass vodka bottle with a cork top for the best results. And then what I'm gonna do here is I have my labels again for today's date. So we're going to put our 3/3/2024 date on this so that we know when it hits 3/3 of 2025 approximately, we know we're good to go. And the color should change, but you can see how much the color changed in just what, under a month on just the vanilla beans. So we'll do that, get our date on there. Even though we know what this is, I always like to label things if it doesn't naturally come with a label. So I have my special diamond label maker that I did. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna try and line this up really good here. Ooh, I did that one really good. I did that better than the other label. Okay, so there we go. So I've got it labeled. I got 20 beans in here. That does look kind of funky, in my opinion, don't you think, Flo?
I think it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, but I still have this, oh, that's fabulous smell of the vanilla. And you can see, look at how colored the packaging was. That's how moist and fresh these were. So
excellent.
I have to say my compliments to Cooks then for the quality of the freshness of the Madagascar bean, and the fact that for the label it is allergen-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, and sugar-free. And you want to, of course, avoid the sugar because you want to choose your sugar quantities, not somebody else's, how I kind of look at it. But I mean, that was just fresh. That was awesome. So now what we're going to do, thank you, Mommy, is we're going to put our cover on it so we can keep it in a dark place, as they say, but also this will keep it insulated and warm. So we're just going to throw this over the top, and we will now let it sit for a year. We'll find a spot for it. I'm thinking the bar, just so it's out of sight, out of mind, so that we don't accidentally use it before it's time. But other than that, I mean, this is going to be awesome. My God, that smells awesome. I can still smell the vanilla on my fingers. I smell that. Oh, that
Very
was awesome.
potent.
Yes. It's been over a year since we created our vanilla extracts, and I wanted to give you guys an idea of how things looked and how it turned out. So let's look at the first one. This one I created on 2/11/2024, and you can see, I hope, the vanilla beans kind of in there. It's really dark, as you can tell. That just tells you how quality the extract has become. And I've been using it since, I want to say it was February. And as we use it and it gets to before the beans start showing, because I can start seeing it becoming diluted as I use it, I add more vodka to it. So I can keep this basically as a forever extract of vanilla, and I'll be without worry. Do I have vanilla on hand? Do I not have vanilla on hand? This one I purposely keep the tag on it so I know the difference between the two. This is another one.
Where's the tag?
It's right here.
Oh, gotcha.
It's how I identify which bottle's what. And actually, let me do this so you can actually see the difference. This one has not been touched since basically I created this and bottled this. And you can actually, I think, no, not on this one. Let me see, maybe it's this one. Yeah, this one, it had the beans in the bottom because this was the first one I did. And I saw the vanilla beans were working where it was ground up. However, I noticed after I had put the vanilla beans in the new bottle, I went, oh, I'm seeing a difference with the turn. So I actually bought more vanilla beans and put it in this one. And so I am routinely using this one, but you can see this one that hasn't been touched since I added the 20 vanilla beans to it. Look at the color difference.
Wow.
Because what's happening is this one's being used, it's diluting the product just a little bit. So that's how come I'm so glad I decided to actually do 2 bottles of vanilla bean. And maybe that might be extreme to some, but I'm the kind of person that I like knowing and having a backup in case something were to happen. And on the positive, that means as time goes by, this one is going to get more and more strong. And if for some reason a mistake happens, I've got a backup that hasn't been touched since the date I created it. And I'm using the one Dream As If You'll Live Forever from Yemos to cover it, because you're supposed to keep your vanilla bean in kind of, or your extract, I should say, in like a dark place. And I figure by having this little cover, it keeps the contents in a dark place. And I have that fabulous top. So you can definitely see, I guess I should take this off, see the difference between these two, but you can still see I got a quality extra. And actually, when I take the lids off and smell it, and I haven't done that on this one. This one I have not opened it or anything purposefully because I'm looking to keep it untouched. But even taking this one off, even though it has had some dilution from use, because I'm using this constantly now. Every week we're using so much because I have requests for cheesecakes and German chocolate cake and different, delicious items, that it has diluted it a little bit, but it's still quality and I can smell it and I can taste it. That's if I taste it, but mainly I smell it more than anything because it is so pungent compared to store-bought vanilla extract. So I'm so glad that I decided to give this a try. I did have the long wait time, no denying that, but so worth it.